Welcome to today's cooking project. And today we are going to make a bread out of white beans, sunflower seeds and linseeds basically. So what we need is we need cooked white beans, about 400 grams. If you want to cook them by yourself, you have to soak them first for 12 hours and then you have to cook them in water for 60 minutes, about 60 minutes. Then they are ready and you can use them. But you can also use white beans from a can if you don't want to do all the cooking. Then we need 40 grams of psyllium husks. We need salt, anise, rosemary and coriander. These are the spices I use, but you can add any spice you would like in your bread. And then we need sunflower seeds. And these are linseeds, ground linseeds. I soaked about 4 tablespoons in about 12 tablespoons of water. And that has to sit for 10 minutes. So these are our ingredients. Let's get started. Okay, we start by putting the beans in the mixer. We need a very good mixer for this bread. So we just put in as many as we need. And now we add the spices. So I use a small teaspoon of salt and I put about 1.5. Then I put coriander that you can take a lot of. You can take, I would say, about 2 teaspoons because it's very, very yummy. Then we put the anise. There a little less, maybe half a teaspoon. And then with rosemary, about the same amount, maybe a little more, something like this. Then we have to add some water, just so you can blend it. Oh, and one more thing, I forgot it in the ingredients. You might want to use a teaspoon of sugar just to make it a little more tasty. So if you want, you can do that. Alright, let's blend it. Okay, when it has about this consistency, you can add a little more water. And at this point, you can also add 40 grams of psyllium husks. Alright. Just keep adding more water because the psyllium husks absorbs a lot. Now this is about the consistency it should have. Don't worry if your beans you can still see a little bit of chunks, but that's normal. Now I'm going to add my sunflower seeds. I just add them to the linseeds. You can add other seeds too if you like. If you like pumpkin seeds or maybe some almonds. You can add any kind of seeds or nuts you like. I add them to give the bread a little crunch because it's pretty gummy. So if you add seeds, you have a little crunch to it, which is nice. You can mix them with the linseeds. Now at this point I usually taste it a little bit, just to see if I have the right amount of salt. And then you can add spices. If maybe I'll add some more coriander. At this point you should add it to the linseeds because it's not going to be easy to mix with the beans. I'll add some more salt. This is all by tasting. So whatever taste you like, you add the spices you like. Make sure you mix the spices in. And now we can mix it all together. We can't do that in the blender because the mixture is too thick. It will not mix. So that's why we do it here. If you like, you can also do it with your hands. It might be easier. Now you just make sure you mix everything well. Alright, now we mixed everything well. It's a little hard to mix, you need some patience to do it well, but I think we managed to mix everything. So now we need our baking tin. I use this kind. And then just put your dough on the baking paper. Now once you've spread it evenly, you can add some seeds on top. I like to do it because it looks nice. You can just, I always use sunflower seeds because we really like them. Now, when we are done with this, we cover our bread with some foil and we let it sit for at least 2 hours. Okay, so my bread rested for about 2.5 hours, and you want to make sure your oven is already preheated. I put it on 180 degrees in the fan, and now we can put it in. I put it in the oven in the middle, and I leave it in for about 25-30 minutes. You can keep checking how it goes, and when everything is nice and brown, like I usually go by the color of the seeds. When the seeds are nice and brown, I know it's ready, and I turn off the oven. I let it sit there for about 5 minutes, and then I take the bread out. So this is our result. The bread came out nicely, and now you just need to let it cool off a little bit, and then you can enjoy it. It's very good when it's warm also, still. You might want to keep the bread in the fridge, so then it will last for a week, and it's very yummy.
Oh yes,
So
definitely.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!